Thanks for spending your time with us today. If you're just finding our channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. We're so glad you're here. We appreciate your support and want our message about light therapy to get to as many people as possible. Subscribe and share. We appreciate you. I want to get right into this topic because it's one of the top 3 things I consider when using light therapy. It's absolutely crucial. It's often overlooked, and understanding it can completely change how you approach a light therapy session. So what's so important that it's one of the top 3 things I consider? It's getting the body into a parasympathetic state, which can be very difficult to achieve in today's world. Parasympathetic. It's a big word, but it's a key factor in our health and wellness. Essentially, it's how our bodies shift into a calm, relaxed state. It's often referred to as rest and digest. And why is that important? Because the body can begin to heal and repair in a relaxed, calm state. But to understand parasympathetic, we have to talk about the opposite action, sympathetic. Sympathetic is that rush of adrenaline you get when you're scared, nervous, or stressed. It's also known as fight or flight. Sympathetic is vital for survival in short bursts. Picture being chased by a wild animal. However, prolonged activation can lead to health issues, some of which can become chronic. And let's be honest, we live in a world full of consistent stress. To help give you a better understanding, let's talk a little about the nervous system. So here we have images of the central nervous system, consisting of the brain and the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, consisting of all the other nerves that run throughout the body. Here again, we have the central nervous system of just the brain and spinal cord, but on the right, we see the peripheral nervous system breaks down even further. So we have the somatic and the autonomic nervous systems. The somatic nervous system is responsible for voluntary things like movement, picking things up, muscles, that sort of thing. But we're going to focus over here on the autonomic nervous system, again, part of the peripheral nervous system. We look at the autonomic, and that breaks down into 2 other branches, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Both the sympathetic and parasympathetic revert back to involuntary movements. So things like breathing, blinking, all the stuff that you don't think about day to day that your body naturally does for you. So now that we have a brief foundation of how the nervous system breaks down, we can talk more here about the parasympathetic and sympathetic. You'll note here on the right, we have sympathetic, and on the left is parasympathetic. So let's see what happens when our body's in fight or flight and we're in the sympathetic state. Pupils dilate, they get bigger. Why? Because they're trying to take in all the light and all the things that they can in case they have to take action on it. So the eyes can bring in all the information that they can bring in order to make decisions. Your heartbeat will increase. The airways will dilate to allow more oxygen and air to come in. So then you go into the digestive system. I really want to touch on that for a bit. Your digestive system is going to start to shut down, or it's going to not be as active because that's not what's important to the body at that time in sympathetic. The body's trying to take off, fight or flight, protect itself. Digestion is not a big deal at that time for it. That's if we're really scared or stressed over here. But if we can get ourselves to relax and we can get ourselves to calm down, you see that the pupil can get back to normal, your heartbeats can get back to normal and calm. The lungs are not dilated anymore to allow as much oxygen in as they can. They're much more calm. And the important thing that I brought up on the sympathetic side is the digestive system is able to move fluidly. It can create the enzymes that it needs, and your bathroom visits will be much better. Knowing that we live in a world of heightened stress, our bodies need us to find ways to get them into a restful state. That's why using light therapy to achieve parasympathetic is one of my top 3 considerations. From my experience, the best way to feel or get into that parasympathetic state is a full 6-pad, 20-minute in-light session. If you've ever had an in-light therapy session, comment below. Let us know what you think it felt like. Did you achieve a parasympathetic state? If you have a couple of pads, you can take one and place it behind your head, right along the occipital ridge. That's right at the top of the spinal cord. You can take your second pad and put it at the base of the spine, your sacrum coccyx area. And if you can, make sure to get it on the skin. So I'm going to tuck it behind my back here. I like to have the wire running up and this part running down. So we'll show you how here. So I just tuck it down to my lower back. And then I bring the pad up and put my shirt over the top of it. Then I use another red or near infrared pad. It does not have to be this one. It could be the pad behind my back right now or any other in-light pad that you might have. And I'm just going to rest it behind my head here. Just to make sure it gets right along this ridge line for sure. And I'm going to come back And as I lean back, I'll turn my controller on. And now once here, I can just relax. I can be on my phone, or I could watch TV, or my favorite, I could take a little nap. This will help calm the nervous system from top to bottom. We usually do this for about 20 minutes. If you have a mobile device, you can light up acupuncture points pericardium 6, 7, and 8 to ease nervous tension and stress. For more on acupuncture points and red light therapy, see the video Your Body Has Buttons. Let's take a moment and find pericardium 6, 7, and 8 acupuncture points. Pericardium 6 is located 3 finger points down and in the center of your arm. And once you've found 6, it's really actually easy to find 7 and 8. Here's 6. 7 is just right in the center of your wrist here. And then 8 is going to be in the palm of your hand. So let's go ahead and light up pericardium 6, 7, and 8. Pericardium 6. Excuse me, bit of a release there. Pericardium 7 and pericardium 8. Now, if you have a friend or a family member, you can help them achieve parasympathetic by putting light on either side of their spinal cord in certain areas. We'll show you how. So we're going to apply light where the spinal cord comes up into the head on either side of the spine. So that's just going to be about right in here, right below the head, and right at the top of the neck. We turn on my lights, and I would apply light there for 15 to 30 seconds. So we just completed here. We're going to drop down to the shoulder blades, just to the top of them here. We'd put light there. So we just completed the top of the shoulder blades, and now we're going to drop to the bottom of the shoulder blades on either side of the spine. Now, you don't need 2 lights to do this. You can use 1. It'll take a little bit longer because you have to do either side for 15 to 30 seconds. But you would hang here for a little bit, and then you would just go to the other side. So as we continue to travel down the spinal cord, we'll come down to just above the hip points here. And again, you can apply on either side if you only have 1 light. The final point is going to be underneath the gluteus maximus. So just right here. Now this is a point that people can reach on their own as well, and you may not need a friend to help you out here. And again, you could do it on either side, and it is best if it's on skin. The body cannot heal when it's in a sympathetic state. We can't heal when our blood vessels are constricted and tight. We can only begin to heal when we relax and allow those blood vessels to widen and get more blood flow through. To see how medical grade light therapy assists in relaxing blood vessels, check out our video on light and nitric oxide, the miracle molecule. I opened this video by stating that parasympathetic is one of the top 3 things I consider when going into a light therapy session. That's because achieving parasympathetic is so important and so crucial to promoting faster healing. And it's so easy and fast to help the body achieve a parasympathetic state when using light therapy. Want to learn more about the other top 2 things? Subscribe and stay tuned. Medical grade light therapy is one of the best investments you'll make to promote faster healing, better vitality, and all from the comforts of your own home. While light therapy can be a valuable tool for supporting your health, it should not replace professional medical or veterinarian advice. Always consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new treatment. If you're enjoying this content and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. Stay healthy and have a great day.